We're here, we decided with the pandemic and the rest of the issues that seem to have affected everybody, we are interviewing passengers on board the train, both northbound and southbound. We're finding very interesting things about the passengers. There are a lot of repeats from before the epidemic, and there are some new first riders, which is wonderful to see, because they felt safer on the train than they did with some of the alternatives that were available to them. And flying was one of the ones that we've noticed several times. People preferred the train to what would normally be a flight for them going somewhere else. So it's good to see that America's favorite train is back in service again. Every day the ridership increases, which is wonderful to say. We are quite a ways away from 2,000 passengers a day, but we are on our way.
Either of you concerned about going on the train during the pandemic?
We're not that concerned, or we wouldn't be here. So we know we got to wear a mask. I think we're as safe as we can be.
It's not cleaned once a day, it's cleaned after every round trip. So what they'll do, coach cleaners will come on with big spray canners so they'll spray all the seats, wipe down all the tables, all the chairs, business class, and even up through the whole train. So the train just gets sprayed, that means it's getting wiped out until they'll get wipes down, they'll wipe the doors down, and by each coach car you have a little small part of jelly, because hand sanitizer there, so you can walk through any coach like that. If you just, other than just soap in the bathroom, you can hand sanitize your hands just walking through if you like. So everything gets sprayed, even the carpets get sprayed here. After one round trip, it doesn't go for one day. So one train makes one round trip, gets sanitized, cleaned out the thing, then it goes out again.
One of the important items, aside from incredible cleaning process with the trains each day, is the air exchange above us. The exhaust fans in the roof are drawing out the stale air every 3 to 4 minutes. The entire air in the coach has been exhausted and the fresh air is flowing in through the side. That's a feature, that is most attractive to people from a safety standpoint.
Everybody is required to wear face coverings or face masks. If they come to our train and they don't have a face mask available, we can provide one to them. And obviously, if they come into the cafe, I believe you can see the sign right there. There's social distancing signs that you need to keep 6 feet apart from each other if you come into the cafe car. If you don't want to come into the cafe car, our protocol with the cafe attendants, they can bring the food to you at your seats. And then, of course, while sitting in the train, we don't have seats that are designated no-sit seats for the passengers, but the passengers are just reminded to social distance aboard the train once they're seating. Some passengers sit near other passengers, and we're not required to tell them to distance themselves from each other. It's basically, I guess, just amongst the passengers, they just have to figure that out on their own, and they're usually pretty good about that. But we can have asked people to get off the train if they do refuse to wear a mask, because it is required on all trains.
I'm going down to Boston for medical care. It's every couple months I have to go down. Just thankful that I have this option and don't have to drive.
Well, I have to make the long trip all the way down to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania today. So I'm going to Boston. I'm taking the regional afterwards. And for such a long trip, obviously, only two options are either train or air. And, with everything that's going on right now, didn't really feel like going on with the hustle and bustle of the airport and getting to and from. And I had some things that I needed to work on today, job applications and stuff like that, and I thought I might as well enjoy it while I'm doing it, while I travel. So I sort of chose this as a way to decompress and, find another way to enjoy my travel, since I have to go such a long way anyway.
Sometimes I'll drive in, and sometimes I'll just take the train, because it's a lot easier than driving from like Maine to Boston, especially during traffic hours if you have to go to work. Like, it's It takes me 4 hours driving, so I appreciate the train a lot.
I'm coming back to Boston. I was just in Portland to visit some friends. Yeah, I thought this Downeaster train was really convenient, especially coming from Boston. So I do think I'll ride it again in the future.